And welcome back, and as always, with each of these wrench-only playthroughs, I have the best developer in the world, Mr. Mike Stout. Hello.
Hi everybody, hello.
Hello.
It's me again.
It is you. It's you. It's such an honor, always.
Thank you too, I appreciate it. It's always fun, so thanks for inviting me back.
Oh, no, thank you. So yeah,
I see you're refracting lasers here.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, you did this area.
I did the whole gadget kit. So every refractor area is me.
So you did the one on the final planet as well, spoilers.
Yes, I designed that one. It was supposed to be designed by the designer who designed that level, but we traded segments because I didn't want to do an enemy segment and he didn't want to do that puzzle segment. So I did that. I did it for him and he did that one for me. So
that's fair.
Yeah, it's a good trade, right?
Yeah, you were both happy at the end of it. Can't complain.
I think I got him to help me out with Demosel. I think the enemies on that is what he helped me with in exchange for me doing them, because I was really good at doing the puzzle design by this point, but my enemy skills were still a little, or my combat design skills were still like underformed. Let's put it that way.
It was still year 2 for you, wasn't it? Like year 2 of designing at least.
Yes, yeah. The first game I was a designer on full-time was Ratchet 2. I did some really junior design things on Ratchet 1, like, crate placements.
Yeah.
We did some, like, there's a system in the first 2 games where if you come back to a level after having beaten it, the enemy setups and crate placements are all different.
Okay.
Like, you probably have seen that happen when you've come back to levels that you've already beat. But I went in and put in the different bits and changed the enemies and everything. So on Ratchet 1, that was my whole design contribution. Okay. But this game, I did levels, I did enemies, I did all kinds of stuff on this game. Puzzles. Yeah.
So in every Ratchet game, is it only the testers who do crate placements, or is it just everyone?
It's usually whoever can be tricked, browbeaten, or forced into it. We usually get whoever the lowest man is on the totem pole and tell that person to do it. Man or woman.
Right. I see.
On the totem pole. So like a tester will often be just super grateful to do that kind of work instead of. After a while, it gets really boring because it's you're playing one game for maybe 80 to 100 hours a week, and it's broken all the time, right? So you can't even have fun playing it, and it's not done, so it's not fun most of the time.
Yeah.
And, yeah. So usually we farm that off to them, and they were really happy about it. I mean, I was happy about it when I got to do it as a designer because I had never done any sort of game implementation up to that point beyond what I'd done, in my own projects that I'd coded in college and stuff like that.
Yeah, that does sound pretty awful.
It's a pretty, like, it's a thankless, horrible task placing crates. I talked about it a bit on Developer Commentary, and that was one of our most popular bits. So if you want, I can go into it.
Yeah, if you want to. Actually, speaking of Developer Commentary, are you and Tony ever going to do a little thing on the new Ratchet game, or is that...
Yes, we are. We don't know when, but we're going to do it. It's already been long. It's already been long enough since it came out that we're not worried about affecting the sales. So we're going to record it soon, but by soon that might mean some year or two.
Yeah,
because we're slow.
Yeah, I actually.
Yeah, I'm getting more bandwidth now because I've been feeling better, but I still am really limited. And Tony's been really busy recently, so.
Yeah.
Same old story.
Yeah, fair enough. I actually, I mean, I don't know them personally, but Josh Jepson is a Let's Player with, I think, 200,000 subscribers, and he's currently playing through Ratchet Clank 3. And I basically, nice. I was just saying like a couple of facts about the game, just because I've known them from you, and I basically recommended that he check the channel out.
Oh, thank you. Much appreciated.
So whether he has or not, I don't know, but I at the very least recommended it. So
well, thank you. I appreciate that. It's always good to get plugs.
Yeah, I thought that might help in some capacity. So
Yeah, I haven't looked at the stats in a while, so I should. After we talk here, I'll go look at the stats and see if we got a bump from your recommendation.
Well, it probably wouldn't be like a huge bump, but at the very least, he might have commented on one or two things.
We have been getting more comments recently because I get emails every time I get comments.
That's cool.
So
That's good.
I probably shouldn't have told anyone that. Uh-oh. No, I'm just.
Well, that's what happens with me. I've said it so whenever I get a comment, I get an email. And whenever a new game comes out, I have many, many, many emails. It's always fun. It's a daunting prospect. It's why I'm looking forward to and also absolutely terrified of getting big on YouTube. Because I will not be able to deal.
The last thing I want in the world is to get famous, especially internet famous, man. Because it just looks like it's really horrible.
I mean, it's not the worst. You get some cool fan art. I just died in the worst way possible.
But I get cool fan art. Oh, there you go. Yeah. See, I get cool fan art, and I don't have to be famous, so it works out well for me.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That I don't get a lot of the haters and harassers. Generally, like because Tony and I haven't been going out of our way to try to get people. People have just been finding us. They've largely been people who like what we're offering, so we don't get a lot of just people there to cause trouble.
That makes sense.
And we like it that way because we don't have a lot of time to be curating and fixing community issues. So it's good that it works that way.
Well, we are here on Aquatos. I get the feeling...
Yes, this is my level.
It is your level. I get the feeling we've got a lot to talk about.
Everything in this level I did.
Absolutely everything.
Yeah, I designed this level. I mean, I didn't code it, right? But I did all the design on this level.
Oh, that's awesome. So even the Clank sections and Tealgamemaster stuff.
I'm pretty sure I did both of those. Yeah, well, the Tealgamemaster was my gadget, and I usually designed all the Clank stuff. So.
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. Cool.
So this probably is 100% my level.
This is pure
So
stout.
anything in here you can blame me for. I wanted to bring back the Tyrannoids here because they were my favorite enemy from the first Ratchet, and we didn't really use them except in like one little tiny area in Ratchet 2. And
not Tyrannoids. What are they called? Oh god, they're not called Tyrannoids. What are they called?
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, Amoeboids.
Amoeboids, that's the one. Thank you. Yeah, I was gonna say. They're not Tyrannoids,
Yes.
but yes.
So the Amoeboids, they were my favorite. They were my favorite guys in the first game, so I wanted to bring them back. I did that with several enemies in this game, like the lawn ninjas in that ice level at the end.
Yes, yes.
We made the reference to them in Ratchet 2, and I was so enamored with that drawing that I had to have them in the level. Because when you're a level designer on the Ratchet games, you get to design the enemies too. You design everything that goes in there, unless unless the macro says, okay, you're using the enemy set from this level or whatever, and then that's fine. But when you do get to design enemies, you get to do whatever you want, assuming it gets approved.
Yeah, that's cool.
So that was a lot of fun. So I got to say, I want Captain Quark robots that fire out of their fingertips, because if he had to choose security robots, he would choose robots that looked exactly like him.
Yeah,
that sort of thing.
That's awesome.
But as far as Aquatos, I was sort of just happy to get the water level, because I hadn't done one yet.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know how every game's got to have a water level, fire level, frozen level.
You made this puzzle as well, didn't you?
I did. Yeah, 100% me, bro.
Yeah, I love this puzzle. I know a lot of people don't.
I coded this.
I know a lot
I
of
did
people
everything but the art.
Yeah.
Whatever, they're wrong. This is the best puzzle that's ever been done in Ratchet. No, I mean, like, there's issues with it, but...
I love that it doesn't actually ever at any point tell you that you can use L1 and R1 to do a complete 180. That's my favorite.
Yeah. There's a bunch of secrets, generally there was too much about this to tell players, and they didn't really need to know it to solve anything except for the really advanced puzzles. So, that were only in the museum.
Yes,
so
yes, those are truly brutal.
And these puzzles were all randomly generated. Basically, they're the same every time because they're seeded, they're with the same number randomly. But when but the more you fail, it changes it. It adds more green ones in.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah. So the whole thing is dynamic, and it basically tries to help you out the more you fail, unless you crouch or you hold down whatever the crouch button is in not lock strafe mode.
Ah, okay.
If you hold that down while you're standing on the pad, you will always get the hardest version of the puzzle, which is what you get the first time you play it.
Right, that's good. I like that. I remember you telling me.
So there's a bunch of little secret. Yeah, there's a bunch of little secret things in there, just because I didn't like that I had to make the puzzles easier,
right.
But we had to. So
Yeah.
I wanted to put a thing in there so people could make them harder if they wanted to.
Yeah.
But we didn't tell anyone, so it's just a little Easter egg.
Did you make any of the ones in the Insomniac Museum?
Yeah, I think I made one of them, but most of those were made by testers at the time.
Right. Okay.
I wanted to give them a thing to have in the game. So I said, you guys have a lot of time playing the game, and you're really, really good at this. So I want you to make some evil puzzles, and then all of you will send me the settings for the puzzle. I'll play through them, and if I like it, I'll put it in the museum and give you a little blurb next to it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so the most of those were testers. I think I may have designed one of them.
Fair enough. And the Insomniac Museum, I'm guessing, again, was you. Or at the
Yes.
very least, the idea was yours initially.
They were both, yeah. I did them in both of these games.
Yeah.
Although, when the game came out, I got a lot of criticism about the museum in this game.
Really?
So that made me not want to do a museum again, which is why there wasn't one in Deadlocked.
What did you get criticism for?
It wasn't as full featured as the first museum. It didn't have VO and a few other things. I'm like, it's a free Easter egg, guys.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't have voiceovers, but that's not a big deal. It still had the text explaining what it was. It had loads. It had 2 extra Quark levels. It has loads of these puzzles. I
thought there was much more in it because it was more interactive than the first one. But but at the time people didn't seem to like it, so I didn't want to do them anymore after this.
The puzzle itself even has its own algorithm thing, so you can make your own one, which is really cool.
Yes, that's the actual editor that I used to create these puzzles.
Yeah, I figured it would be. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome.
So that editor was it was originally created for in Ratchet 2. There was that gadget where you were moving around a cube.
Yes.
It was created for that, and then I stole it and repurposed it for use in this game.
I mean, it's even got the little racing level that was cut out. It's got loads of really cool stuff that you can actually interact with and stuff.
That's the thing. There was a lot more interactive stuff, so I thought people were going to love it. But it just came out that people were like, "Wah." So whatever.
That is a shame. Everyone in the comments, tell Mike that he's right and everyone else is wrong.
I know I'm right and everyone else is wrong.
Yeah, but reinforce
I knew it at the time, too. No, I still intend to put lots of secret stuff in games, but I haven't really had an opportunity since.
Yeah, that's fair.
Maybe this game.
That's fair. So when they invite you back for the next Ratchet, whenever that is, Insomniac Museum, please. Full-fledged, super duper Insomniac, please.
The museum in Ratchet was a surprise to me. I didn't know they were going to do that.
You know
Ratchet
better
PS4,
than anyone that I freaked out.
Yeah. 10 out of 10! 10 out of 10!
I did kind of not see it coming. I was like, oh, there's no Insomniac. Oh, yes!
See, I didn't see it coming either, but I had heard, from reviews before I watched your video, and I saw, you're like, oh, there's no museum, and then you freaked out. It was great.
Yeah. I think that makes that finale.
So you're man, I haven't been talking about the level we're on, and there's all kinds of interesting things I can talk about.
I mean, we're here for an hour and a half, so we've got to explore the entire sewers. I'm just going through the levels so it's giving you a little
We'll be in the sewer area. Yeah, we won't be in the. Man, that 3-second delay kills us, huh?
Yeah, but there's loads to talk about, and it's all good. So.
Yeah. So these sections, these little tubes, it's the exact same stuff you see in the sewers. It it was to sort of get you used to the idea of the mama Tyrannoids, because there's like a big slime wall and one busts out of you at 2 different points in the level.
Yeah.
And that's so that all that was to sort of get the player trained so they wouldn't be confused when they got into the incredibly confusing sewers.
Yeah.
Which I also designed, by the way.
Good. That is you as well. Excellent.
Yes, that's my magnum opus. I didn't implement that one. That one, in terms of the designer who actually made it fun, that one was done by Paul Cazares, who works at Blizzard now. He's a bigwig on WoW.
Okay, cool. If I'm not mistaken, they just released a massive like update and expansion to that game. Because one of my friends at work plays it, so.
That's probably true. I usually hear about that from Mary because she's a big fan, but she hasn't been playing lately.
Fair enough.